Hey, good Saturday evening to you. I'm Storm Team 9 Meteorologist Patrick Ellis here with your ENC Weather update for this May the 11th, 2013. Well, we've already seen one round of showers and thunderstorms moving through eastern North Carolina. Another round is on the way through the evening hours today, and I do expect that some of these could be on the stronger side, but not really expecting a whole lot of severe weather this evening. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the Skycam shots around the network this afternoon. Here's a look from the Bridgepoint Hotel and Marina looking towards historic downtown New Bern this afternoon. And you see the milky clouds, high-level thin clouds this afternoon kind of moving through. Earlier this afternoon, they had a nasty little thunderstorm complex move through Craven County, Jones County, down towards Onslow County, where they've got just some partly cloudy skies staying with those high-level clouds as well, where, like I said, they had a nice little thunderstorm complex move through Richlands down along Highway 258 earlier this afternoon as you're looking back off towards the north, back over Western Boulevard and Highway 17 this afternoon. So here, looking at the satellite imagery, you see a lot of these cirrus clouds just kind of like almost blow off from the low pressure system down to our south this afternoon, and just seeing a lot of these storms getting sheared off today. But this little impulse of energy back off to the west, that's going to be what moves in here later on this afternoon. That's a line of storms starting to fire up. And you see what we've got going on here, these little convective cells on top of eastern North Carolina. That's something that we're going to be watching over the next several hours for some development as well. But the first line has already moved off the coast, and we'll continue to do so. We've got a few storms up towards Chowan, Perquimans, and Pasquotank counties this afternoon as well. And here's a look at the radar from MHX Morehead City, and you see the band of storms back down towards the south of us, some storms up to the north, like I said, Perquimans, Pasquotank, Gates County this afternoon, seeing some of these storms. And then also we're starting to see the secondary line starting to form back to the west. So we've got, and not to mention, we've got outflow boundaries sitting basically on top of some of our areas as well from the earlier storms. These are going to act as a little bit of an impulse to allow for some of these storms later on today to pop up a little harder tonight. Like I said, maybe some strong winds this afternoon, but I'm not expecting a whole lot of severe weather. The main forcing is going to be well off to the north. I'll show you that in just a second as well. Here's the outlook from the SPC, and they've shifted the slight risk area mainly north of US 158 this afternoon. Earlier today, it was right on top of us. Now it's been shifted northward over the mid-Atlantic states of Virginia, up towards the Delmarva Peninsula, and up towards New Jersey today. But like I said, still within the general risk area as far as thunderstorms are concerned, so isolated wind damage and also large hail not out of the question for us today as this line of storms progresses eastward this afternoon. Alright, here we are in the high resolution NAM. This is valid for 2 o'clock this afternoon, and I think it was a little bit underdone, and actually a lot of this was a little further south. So I'm going to try to explain what we're going to end up going with to this afternoon. You see that blow up of storms earlier this afternoon. Here's the secondary line starting to form, and we're already starting to see that on the radar. We just saw that just a few seconds ago, and that's going to be moving through here as we head into the next several hours. You can kind of see that firing up. We've got a lot of instability here across eastern North Carolina today. We've got temperatures up into the middle 80s at deep inland, closer to the coast, especially where we've seen the storms earlier today. That was where we saw the maximum instability earlier this afternoon, but is now starting to dwindle a little bit because of the earlier storms. But you see what happens. I mean, some of these storms get pretty rowdy through this evening, but I think they start to come down about 11 and 12 o'clock tonight. Not expecting a whole lot of this activity to hold tough through the overnight hours tonight. And we still keep a couple showers in here through tomorrow morning. But Mother's Day is looking a lot better. Yesterday we thought that maybe some of these, actually a couple of days ago, we thought that maybe some of these showers would stay around through noontime. But we may have a few hit or miss sea breeze showers tomorrow afternoon. But I think for the most part, we're good to go. So if you got Mother's Day plans, plan for the afternoon hours rather than the morning time hours. I think we clear out nicely through the afternoon. And going into Monday, maybe a few sea breeze showers, but I think most of them will stay off the coast and we stay mainly dry for your Monday. Let's go ahead and talk about the GFS. Here we are in the 12Z run of the GFS this afternoon, and got the upper level trough starting to dig down, and secondary low pressure down into the desert southwest into northwestern Mexico. as we progress through the next couple of hours. Here we go. Tomorrow morning, the upper low still off to the north, and I think it's going to take a little while for that cold air to actually move in here as the cold front actually moves through here tonight and into early tomorrow morning. The front should be off the coast, but the cold air advection is going to hold back until probably late on Monday, late on Sunday night rather. And look what happens here. That trough digs down here pretty good as we go into early Monday. Here's early Monday morning, and trough digs in here, and even going into Monday afternoon. Look what happens. That thing just kind of dives southward. Here we are Tuesday morning, and we're looking at some chilly numbers. If this is correct, we'll be down into the 40s, deep into the 40s in some locations, especially deep inland with this system. And then look what happens. Some dry air moves in here, but look at the ridge that builds in here through midweek. I'm talking about temperatures into the 80s, deep into the 80s. I've got Thursday checking in at 84, and Friday we'll go into a little bit of an unsettled pattern with the ridge starting to break down. At least on the GFS, it looks like the ridge will break down going in towards Thursday. But the GFS is notable for breaking down the ridge a little too quickly. So I'm keeping my numbers elevated for Friday. But even then, you can still see a little impulse of energy coming through here on Friday. That's why we're going to keep a chance for showers and thunderstorms for Friday afternoon. But the temperatures are still going to be warm. This is going to be a very thermodynamic type of situation with this one coming through here with this little axis of low pressure moving through here on Friday. And I've got temperatures closing in on 90 for high temperatures on Friday, if this is correct. But then the ridge kind of breaks down on for Saturday, and we cool down a little bit for Saturday afternoon, but still with a little bit of unsettled weather going into the weekend. So that's something we're also going to be watching out for. And then another ridge starts to build in through the first portion of the next upcoming work week after this one. But we got to get there first. And in the meantime, we still got to deal with this first round of storms, get a nice midweek, then the latter half of the week a little bit on the unsettled side. So here we are on the surface observations from the GFS output from the 12Z run. And like I said, tonight, expect rain tonight. Tomorrow, a different story. Most of the rain should be on out of here through the morning time hours of your Sunday. And GFS is a little bit slower than the NAM on getting this out of here. I think through about 10 o'clock in the morning, we still have a chance for some showers, but then we clear out through the afternoon, and it's looking good. I think church services in the morning, still with a chance for showers, then clearing out through the afternoon hours. So keep that in mind as you're going out tomorrow morning. But look what happens. I mean, that trough just digs in here. And we're going to have a hard time in the morning time hours of Monday morning into Tuesday to get out of the 40s with this outlook. But it's still, we'll get into the 60s. But it's going to be hard to do that. But high pressure moves in here as we head towards Monday and Tuesday afternoon. And looks pretty good. But we get on the dirty side of the high on Tuesday. And I think we could see maybe a little bit of cloud cover moving here through the afternoon hours of Friday. So I'm not going to call it completely sun just yet, but definitely the potential is there for full sunshine. But with the high moving off the coast, I think a little bit of moisture return could bring us a little bit of moisture moving in here that could bring us a little bit of cloud cover as we head through the afternoon hours of Tuesday. All right, so that moves off the coast, but look what happens. We still got nice southerly flow around this high, and we're going to continue with that going into Wednesday and Thursday. We're looking warm, like I said, into the 80s. And maybe sea breeze shower each and every day, but not expecting a washout on Thursday and Friday. Here's Friday here's Friday morning, and like I said, maybe a few sea breeze showers, but we get a boundary that kind of sags southward on Friday. That'll keep a chance for showers, maybe a few thunderstorms in here. Even going into Saturday, look what happens on Saturday. The GFS, just lays a boundary right on top of the whole state of North Carolina. If that's correct, then we're talking a lot of rain, but the European pulls that boundary a little further south, so we stay out of the rain. So definitely some uncertainty there as we head towards next Saturday, and then we head into Sunday, and we still have a chance for some rain showers. But I think we start to clear out through your Sunday. So that'll conclude the ENC weather update for this Saturday. You can keep up with us on Facebook as well as Twitter and on WNCT.com. I'll be on tonight at 6 and as well as at 7 o'clock on WNCT, 10 o'clock on the CW, right back here on WNCT at 11 o'clock. You have a great evening and hopefully a good Mother's Day. Stay safe this afternoon. Stay weather alert through this evening.